Our media product does follow a range of conventions of the comedy action genre. We can see this through the use of iconography such as a smart suit, cocktail drink, and several guns. The narrative also follows a protagonist trying to save the day by stopping a variety of dangerous situations which involves a loose gunman in the street and a murderer in Mr. Teddy's car. However, these scenes also go against conventions of our genre because we are able to see the spy's unintelligent side through him spitting out his cocktail, which connotes childlike behaviour, to him jumping over walls and hiding behind a pole which is too small and so he can clearly be seen behind it. As he is getting attacked in his car, we see him slightly smiling at first, as if it's a game, although as time passes we're able to see fear in his facial expressions to show how serious the matter really is. Throughout our product, the audience is able to identify Mr. Teddy's progress of becoming a spy through the use of his gun. It begins with someone else holding the gun as he jumps around in front of it, to him trying to use it but getting hurt, and then eventually him using it in a controlled professional way. This movement references James Bond, which represents how some conventions of the genre we have chosen have been followed, because we are able to form a connection between a real media product. The suit is also seen throughout the film Johnny English and James Bond, and so our character outfit fits in with action genre. However, unlike the two films I've mentioned, our media product does not involve the iconography of fire, thus going against the convention as we have chosen to use a street to convey our action. We felt that this would be more appropriate for our target audience because they are able to recognise and relate to a similar location without too many situations happening which could create confusion. The typography used in our title sequence does not relate to the typical conventions of action because we have chosen to use childlike handwriting with fun, smooth curves. The colour is white, which connotes innocence and purity, which can also relate to the childlike behaviour of Mr. Teddy. Even though the transition of the typography can be conventional of our genre because it can connote speed as it slides off the screen. English typography, which is silvery metallic, which involves sharp points and a slant to represent speed. We chose to go against the conventions for our typography because we wanted Mr. Teddy's personality to be portrayed through the titles, hence it being childlike as he has a lack of knowledge. I feel the font also creates an easy understanding of our target audience because it is clear, easy to read, and they are able to relate to it, them having similar handwriting to him. The music we chose to use is very conventional of this genre because it is fast and upbeat. This also contributes to the pace of our title sequence and fulfills action in relation to speed. We felt that our music was very similar to the one used in Mission Impossible, therefore meeting the convention. In most spy films, men are more powerful than women. This is shown through women being sexualised. In Johnny English, this is shown through the spy holding a gun, while a silhouette of a woman dances, which in turn shows off her curves. In our title sequence, we are able to relate to this convention through the martini scene. The camera shot reveals a woman with red nail varnish to be pouring Mr. Teddy a drink. This action shows that men are superior to women as he just sits and waits for her to make it for him. This also relates to women being objects and to have a lack of knowledge because all she does is pour a drink, whereas he has to stop a range of dangerous missions. The fact that nail varnish is red connotes seduction, which also sexualises women. However, because our target audience are of a young age, we didn't want to go over the top with the male gaze because we felt it was inappropriate, and so we just slightly hinted that we took it into consideration and noticed it in the other films we analysed.